Italia, 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 Italia. Man, it feels good to be from Italy, don't it? Italia. That was a terrible whistle. Yeah, no, we about 40 minutes away from kickoff. Italia. Man, that is the greatest joke of all soccer right now. Is Italia. This shit right here. This shit right here. Look at this shit right here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Italia. Those of you who've not been really paying attention at all or anything, right? Yeah. Italy once again did not qualify for the World Cup. Yeah, tough shit, right? Italy not qualifying for a World Cup, right? Tough shit, right? I mean, shit. What you gonna do about it, right? What are you gonna do about it, right? Yeah, right. We got a lot to talk about with this U.S. men's national team. We got a lot to talk about, right? And about 37 minutes left till kickoff, right? I mean, should probably get it all done. Should all probably get it all done. So how do we bring this? How do we bring this into a how do we start this off? You know what, let's just start this off by going over the lineups today, right? Lineups today for the big U.S. men's national team versus Portugal game, right? Big national team finale for the U.S., right? Same thing with Portugal, I guess, right? Portugal is kind of like a solid team, right? However, this starting lineup's pretty, starting lineup for Portugal, right? Very mid starting lineup, right? Going over the names for the Portugal side, right? Jose Sa at the under the nets today, right? Diego Dalot, quality, right? Diego Dalot, quality. Tomas Areaju, quality, right? Goncalo, mid. How Cancelo, we already know how Cancelo, right? World class. Same thing with Dalot, world class. Samu Costa, Vitinha has been been playing some ball, right? Playing a little bit of ball, right? They're gonna be kind of their defending midfielders, right? We have Bruno Fernandes, right? Shit, I mean, we talk all we want, right? We talk all we want about the starting side being mid, though. Bruno Fernandes, I mean, he's cold, right? Bruno Fernandes, he's cold, right? Francisco Trincal, Pedro Neto as their little wingers, right? Little wingers, Pedro Neto and Trincal. And then the striker position, the 9 position, they have Goncalo Ramos as their 9, wearing number 9. Yeah, pretty decent team, right? Pretty decent team. I can't lie. Pretty decent team. However, for their standards, though, for the standards of Portugal, right? Mid. Very mid. Very mid. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. However, However, let's get the stream on before I start raging. Let's get the stream on before I literally start raging out of my buttholes. Look at all this culture, right? Not really. There's a couple of headlines to go over, right? A couple of headlines to go over when we were talking about Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Sing the Mr. Beast song. Singing the Mr. Beast song while I get my shit on. Yeah. All right. I'm looking at Ernie Johnson covering soccer. What the fuck are you doing here? What are you doing, Ernie? The fuck off my screen, Ernie. All right, okay. Now to go over the U.S. men's national team, right? Holy shit. Holy shit. What a lineup. What a lineup. So starting off today, we have Captain Chris Richards, right? Captain Chris Richards for us today, right? Getting Chris Richards back in the lineup, very huge for us, right? Very huge for us. I know he's kind of nursing an injury a little bit, right? A little bit of an injury that he's nursing. However, his presence is definitely heavy. Is definitely heavy to say the least, right? Yeah, Chris Richards, that dude. However, back there with them, right, we have Austin Trusty and Alex Freeman, right? We saw Alex Freeman the end of last game, right? Pretty lackluster to say the least, right? No creativity with the ball whatsoever, right? Defending, good lord, yeah. Austin Trusty, we haven't seen him yet in this international break. We know he's been in pretty solid form for Celtic, right? So, yeah, Austin Trusty from Celtic, right? And then that's one of the guys I was talking about, right? That's one of the guys I was talking about that I wanted him to be back there with Chris Richards, right? Now having him with Chris Richards in this particular lineup, excellent, right? Excellent, very key. Very key in terms of building the chemistry and all that, right? Yeah, I do like the Austin Trusty start today. By the way, goalkeeper, right? Goalkeeper, totally new for us. Matt Freese, right? I don't know if we're trying out to see who we're gonna go with, Matt Freese or Matt Turner, right? Yeah, I mean we'll see, right? Matt Freese, of course, has had some legendary performances for us, right? As a backup goalkeeper, had some legendary performances for us, so. Yeah, let's see. Let's put him out there for a big moment, right? Let's put him out there for a big moment. See what he could do out there, right? Definitely don't hit it, right? I said earlier on, like whoever we go with, Matt Freese, Matt Turner, right? Either one of those two, perfectly fine with. I know Matt Turner conceded 5, right? He conceded 5 the last game, right? However, all 5 of those weren't Matt Turner's fault, right? It wasn't completely Matt Turner's fault out there, right? Like 2 of them were Matt Turner's fault. 2 of them were Matt Turner's fault, but Matt Freese getting the start today. Love that move, right? Back there with those 3, we have Anthony Robinson and I think we're still going with Tim Weah here. I think we're still trying out the Tim Weah at at left back experiments, right? I mean, he put up a very shit performance last game, right? He got his ass ate by Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku was just doing whatever the fuck he wanted with him. Yeah, Tim Weah getting the start today. Still, I mean, he's like the least of the problems we have with the starting lineup, right? So, trying him out again, whatever, cool. Yeah. So, now. What I'm assuming is going to be our defensive midfielders today, right? Last game, right? We were running with the duo of Tanner Tessman and Johnny Cardoso, right? We'll get to Johnny Cardoso in a minute, right? We'll get to Johnny Cardoso. However, Today, yeah, we have fucking good lord. We have Sebastian Berhalter and Aiden Morris. I'm assuming is gonna take in that dog. They're showing basketball highlights. Bro, get Ernie Johnson away from the car. I love Ernie Johnson, right? But this is soccer, right? That's soccer. Get him off the coverage. Yeah, Aiden Morris and Berhalter. Aiden Morris and Berhalter. Fuck. Fuck. So you mean to tell me we're gonna have Timothy Weah back there with the defending group, right? Of course he's gonna be pressing a whole lot, right? So he's not really gonna be back there, right? But Jesus fucking Christ. We're gonna have Aiden Morris and Sebastian fucking Berhalter, right? They have as much creativity as like my fucking thumb. What are we doing? What is this lineup right here? The amount of creativity that comes from Sebastian Berhalter and Aiden Morris. Good lord. Am I interested? No, I'm not interested. Fucking shit, man. And then after that, right? I don't know exactly what we're gonna do up top now. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do up top, right? I know Tillman last game was kind of like in the midfield position, right? But yeah, the people that haven't named, right? The three names that are left are Malik Tillman, Christian Pulisic, and Weston McKennie. I don't know what we're gonna do with that. I don't know what we're gonna do with that, right? I don't know what order we're gonna put him in, right? I don't know if we're gonna go with a cam, two strikers, right? I don't know if we're doing that as a front three, right? I don't know, right? I don't know. We'll see, right? We'll see, right? I know Tillman can play some striker, right? I don't know if we're having Christian play some striker for us today, right? Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, right? Off the bench, we have Brendan Aronson, Big Pat, right? Big Max, Florian Balogun, Brady, another goalkeeper, right? Mark McKenzie, Ricardo Pepe, Tim Ream, Giovanni Reina, Christian Roldan, Joe Scally, Pat Schultz, Tanner Tessman, and Matt Turner, as ultimately he's going to be our backup goalkeeper, right? I see them little kiddos kissing the crest, right? Kissing the crest, right? Got to. We got to, right? Yeah. So one particular name that's not in the subs or the starting lineup that was in the starting lineup last week. I mean, yeah, last week the game happened last week. Was one Johnny Cardoso, right? Johnny. Yeah, I don't know why. What are we doing here, right? I don't know if Atletico put a gun to Pochettino's head and said like, bro, give me my son back. I don't know what occurred there, right? I don't know why we sent him home, right? It doesn't really make any sense, right? Because we were a good team, right? We were playing good up until Johnny Cardoso came off the pitch for Christian Roldan, right? We're playing great ball, playing amazing ball up until Johnny Cardoso being switched out for. Ooh, Papa John's is doing a buy one, get one? Oh, shit. That sounds nutty. That sounds a little nutty. Okay, Papa John's. All right, yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I kind of liked the Tanner Tessman and Johnny Cardoso little duo last game, right? I don't know what happened. Right? I don't know what happened. I don't know if we're trying shit out, right? We're just going to try to see if Sebastian Berhalter is going to stick. I don't know what kind of Greg shouldn't have any influence Like, I don't know why Berhalter's starting today. The fuck is he starting for, right? It's not like him, Aiden Morris, Alex Freeman like did shit last game when they came on, right? They didn't really do shit. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening there. I don't know why Johnny Cardoso left. Doesn't really make any sense, especially for the performance he had, right? I know it wasn't picture perfect, right, from Johnny Cardoso, but it was night and day. It was a night and day difference between what we had with Tessman and Johnny Cardoso towards what we had with Tessman and Rodon, right? Rodon not getting a start. Thank fucking God he did not get a start. I know this past weekend it was just a whole bunch of American fans like praying, or at least today praying that Rodon wasn't not gonna get this start over Johnny Cardoso, right? Until it was Sebastian Berhalter that did it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? This is a very Tiger Woods is stepping away. That's cool, I guess. Not really, my bad. RIP, what? Not RIP. The dude didn't die. I was gonna say no, he's perfectly fine. Yes, I don't know what's gonna happen with that little front three, right? I don't know what order, right? What positioning is gonna happen with Pulisic, McKinney, and Tillman, right? Ultimately, three of our better players on the roster, right? With Chris Richards coming back, right? He's obviously another one of our better players, right? Jedi having a good game last week, or a solid enough game up until disaster struck. Yeah, I mean, last week it was 7-game droughts for Christian Pulisic. Good Lord. Yeah, poor performance last week, right? It was pretty evident how or who was at fault last week, right? I want to say this too. I do want to say this, right? There's people out there that are defending that we keep these MLS tards on the team, right? There's people out there defending this shit, right? The goalkeepers, right? There's nothing we can do about it, right? There's nothing we can do about it, right? The goalkeepers, ultimately for us, if you want to get consistent minutes, right? It's not a lot of positions in Europe for that to happen, unless you are. Who just got the start for us this past week, or not this past week, but 2 weeks ago, right? We had like a youngin. Oh, Bayern, right? Unless you goalkeep for Bayern, right, and then you can get a big time start. But other than that, more than likely, if you're gonna get consistent minutes, if you're gonna get consistent playing time, go to the MLS. Right, go to the MLS. It's just easier for you there. As a goalkeeper, it's easier for you there. Other than that, if you're like a position player playing in the MLS, you gotta go. You gotta go. You have to fucking go. You have to fucking go. Like this past game just proved that, yeah, all right. Christian Roldan doesn't belong on the roster, right? Alex Freeman doesn't belong on the roster, right? Mark McKenzie. That's probably a bad place to go. Sebastian Berhalter doesn't really belong on the roster either. Aiden Morris, right? I mean, we'll see. We'll see with Aiden Morris, right? Let's see if he can put up a Tyler Adams performance. But ultimately, he needs to fuck off, right? He just needs to fuck off from the team, right? It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Yeah, I am fucking terrified. I am terrified in 20 minutes when this game starts. I'm going to be terrified. So I was ready for this international break, but after that Belgium loss, right? After what happened in the second half, right? Ultimately, it's just what happened in the second half. The first half of football was beautiful, right? We looked beautiful out there the first half, right? The second half, right, we make that first sub. That's when kind of things started to go left, right? Well, things were going left when we had Timothy Weah playing that back position. Is this a what is this here? Is this a Alex Freeman interview? Bench players talking like they starters. Bench players is talking like they starters. Yeah, I mean, I said this already like 10 times already. I don't want Christian Roldan on my fucking roster next come June. Do not want that fucker on my roster. I do not want that American terrorist on that roster. Berhalter has some sort of connections within the U.S. body government, right? Or the U.S. soccer government, right? He has some sort of connections, right? That's why he still is able to get these caps, right? He's still able to get these starts, right? I know he's I don't watch MLS, so I can't even tell you if he's like killing it or not in the MLS, right? Do I give a fuck? No, I don't give a fuck if he's killing it in the MLS, right? They just showed stats for fucking Brady right now and his goalkeeping. Hold on, how many games in are the MLS? Season begins February 21st through. Okay, yeah, thank you. I love when you ask like Google or like the AI shit like a question, right? And they don't answer like your question. Like they just give you a whole bunch of like here's an in-depth analysis of like da 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 da. Answer my question, buddy. Answer my question. Why did that say? He did. He did. It was bad. Timothy Weah was don't like it looked like one of those movies that you see on those illegal websites. Like that's how bad Jeremy Doku was doing with Timothy Weah. Like it was horrible. And then his bright idea was, oh, let's just redo it. Fuck no. If it didn't work last game, why is it gonna work this game? Especially with more, I know like styles make matchups, right, and all that, right? It's the age old. Every sport is like that, right? Styles make matchups in every sport. It's just that's just how it is. So I know Jeremy Doku, really good dribbler. It was always gonna end up poorly for Timothy Weah. So why do it again? Why do we need to watch it again? Like what's the purpose of it? So we can see him get fucked up again? Like, no, I don't want to see that shit. Like let that Timothy Weah I play every position experiment. Let that be for the clubs, right? It's the same way how Weston McKennie plays every position for Juventus, right? Does he do it here? No. No, he doesn't do it here. Because we're going to play to his strengths, right? And his strength is really good creator. He's a very good creator on the ball, right? Finishing. For us, he's a good finisher, right? I know he missed a wide open chance last game, but just let that experiment shit, leave that experiment shit for the clubs. Just leave that shit for the clubs. We don't need that shit in our national teams right now. We don't need that shit for our teams right now, especially against these big time clubs where we have to prove something, right? Ultimately, that Belgium game, we had to prove something, and it ended up being Belgium proving something against us. Yeah, my guess is we're not going to have Yeah, Pochettino is. There's no way he makes it past the World Cup, right? It's too late to find a new manager, right? So we're stuck with him going into this World Cup, the most important World Cup in the history of U.S. soccer, right? The most important World Cup, right? We're gonna go with good lord, right? Good lord, brother. Good lord. I do want to bring up a quote right today that was said by a bench player today. Not a bench player for us. It's a bench player for Portugal. Um, right. So how Felix, right? How Felix was talking about how you know what? Let's bring up the exact quote that how Felix was talking about. Right? Like, we have time. We have time, right? There's like about 20 minutes left before the game, right? We have how Hercules Gomez is talking about how yeah, this is a waste of time, like experimenting, right? Oh no, okay, we're going four back. We're gonna go four back, right? Timothy Weah is not gonna be on the. He's gonna be a winger. We're gonna have Pulisic up top, right? Okay, all right. Hopefully that works out. Hopefully that works out with. Hopefully that works out. Whatever. Yeah, so how Felix was talking about before the game heading today actually no wait today no tomorrow yesterday it was yesterday he was talking about how I don't believe they live soccer here. They don't play under pressure. They don't play under pressure, right? We don't really play under pressure, right? Because it's mainly like people like me, right? People like Hercules Gomez, right? Alexi Lajas, right? Dempsey's and all that, right? It's mainly those type of people that are just critiquing, right? They're critiquing. Yeah. From the way this lineup was like given, right? I was literally assuming that since we did it last game with a way of playing back, right? I thought we were playing three centers and then two wing backs, right? Because basically that's what. Damn, Turkey. Damn, Turkey. Yeah, Turkey with the one goal lead, right? Turkey with the one goal lead. Hey, but shout out Lucky Duck though. Shout out Lucky Duck. Shout out Lucky Duck though. You feel me? Shout out Lucky Duck. Quality, right? Shout out Lucky Duck. Shout out Lucky Duck. Yeah, yeah. It's a very interesting. Yeah, it's a very interesting position to be in if you're Pochettino, right? Because you have Balogun, right? You have Balogun on the roster. You have Pepe on the roster, right? You made it a mission to bring along Pat too. Pat even played in the last game. We got three strikers, right? Three strikers, and none of them get a start, right? We're just gonna start Pulisic as our yeah, we're starting Pulisic at striker. Good luck. Good luck. Good fucking luck. White diamonds, Caucasian. White diamonds, Caucasian. Everything amazing. Yeah, but shout out Lucky Duck though. Shout out Lucky Duck though. Appreciate it though. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love. We are about 10 minutes away from kickoff. We're about 10 minutes away from kickoff. I wanted to talk about some NBA news, but there's a lot of NBA stuff that I legit cannot talk about, right? I legit cannot talk about it because I've talked about stuff like that that's going on in the NBA. And yeah, all I did was really get my shit booted up. I got my shit cut the fuck off, right? They will cut your stream if you talk about shit like that, right? Shit that they're talking about in the NBA, and it sucks too, cause like it's Jaden Ivey, right? I can dance around it. It's Jaden Ivey, right? The stuff that Jaden Ivey is saying, right? Pretty crazy stuff, right? Pretty crazy stuff. However, now it's starting to get my players from my favorite team involved. So yeah. Daniel Gafford. Daniel Gafford, right? Yeah, I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it, nor will I talk about it. Woo! We got the players coming on the field. Players is walking onto the field. I've been out of the loop from jerseys, I guess. I've been a little out of the loop for the jerseys because when did Portugal get a Puma sponsor? It's pretty interesting. When did Portugal get his Puma sponsor? I had no idea that happened. When did they get a Puma sponsor? That's pretty dope. It's pretty dope, right? Yo, I'm trying to see Ronaldo in some. I'm trying to see Ronaldo in some Puma shit. I'm trying to see Ronaldo in some Puma shit. Trying to see some Puma shit out of Ronaldo. What is it? 601, right? So we're gonna be doing the we're doing the national anthems right now. Doing the national anthems right now. Little personal updates. Like, I don't do a whole lot of these, right? Didn't go to training today, right? Did not go to training today. Did not go to kickboxing today. So these are one of the few times, right? I got the shorts on, right? We're supporting Aiden Morris. We're supporting Aiden Morris, that little MLS tick. Aiden Morris, my favorite MLS tick. Holy shit. If we're gonna stop Berhalter, I mean, shit. Like, we might as well have just brought in like Test. Like, we could have just done Berhalter, Testman, or better yet, Aiden Morris and Testman, right? We could have just done those two. I was kind of liking Testman's game before he got subbed out. I was kind of liking what Testman was putting on paper or putting on the pitch. I was liking what Testman was putting down. Jose, are you listening? Jose, are you listening? That bell listening. McGregor's coming for you. He'll do you into walking in McGregor Wonderland. I say, Jose, are you listening? Keep that bell listening. kind of an interesting set of national anthems we've had for the U.S. game, right? The Saturday game, we had a guitar, right? We had a guitar doing the national anthem. This game, we having a saxophone. Nice contrast, right? Nice contrast. Bro, I fucking love those. I fucking love the windbreakers that they have, right? I love them windbreakers that they've been wearing, right? Yeah, it's like a mesh windbreaker. It's like a mesh windbreaker. She look kind of nice. Shit look kind of nice. I can't even lie. Cannot even lie. I said, Jose, are you listening? Keep that belt listening. We are almost at action. We're almost in action. Oh, you using the shit out of that. You using the shit out of that saxophone. You know what I'm saying? Using the shit out of that saxophone. I'm seeing Montana flags. What the fuck? I'm seeing bro. They imagine making the trip from Montana to fucking Atlanta. Atlanta, beautiful city, right? Beautiful city with some of the worst sport teams alive. Speaking of Atlanta sports teams, did anybody see the Atlanta Falcons new uniforms, right? Anybody see the Atlanta Falcons new uniforms? Them shits look exactly like the Cardinals. They look exactly like the Cardinals, except with the Falcon logo on the side. Some of the lamest shit I've ever seen, right? Some of the most basic templates. Some of the most basic templates, basic bitch jerseys I've ever seen, right? College jerseys have more creativity, right? Yeah. I mean, I'm just remembering a time when the NFL just had creativity in their jerseys, right? I know there's some teams like the Packers, right? Like the Packers, or like what's another team with no creativity? I guess the Bears, right? The Bears, another team with no creativity. Yeah, I mean, there's teams like that, right? But it's based off of tradition. It's based off of tradition. So I mean, yeah. Same way how Bama's jerseys aren't creative, right? Bama's jerseys aren't really creative, right? I don't got the Michigan stuff over here. But yeah, Michigan, right? Michigan don't really have like that much creativity in their jerseys, right? But they're historic, right? Like Texas, right? No creativity for the Texas jerseys, but historic, right? They just hit. They hit a certain spot that you can't replace. You cannot replace classic like that. Fucking Hulu ad, dude. Fucking Hulu ad. Italia, 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 Italia. I saw Italy was up 1-0, but then who was it? Bastoni got fucking sent off with a red card in the first half. The first half, Bastoni got sent off with the red card. I knew it was up for Italy. It was up for Italy. We're starting kickoff. Kickoff about to start. Kickoff is about to start. Kickoff is about to start for us. This time we're wearing the blue colorways of our uniforms, right? Wearing the blue ones. A little basic, right? The stripes are better, right? Just keeping it real, right? The stripes are better, but the blue ones ain't that bad though. Blue ones ain't that bad. Matt Freese. Am I behind or some shit? I don't think I am. I don't think I am. All right, we're about to kick off. Portugal is about to kick off with the ball. Somebody blow the whistle. Stop gossiping. There we go. Kickoff has started. Kickoff has started for the U.S. men's national team. Last game of this international break. And our possession are ready. Goal kick for Matt Freese to start the game. They kick it across field with no viable runners. Yeah, let's see what Trusty and Chris Richards. Trusty with a long ball. Long ball to Weston McKennie. Almost was able to get it. Makes the goalkeeper make a mistake. Timothy Weah on the ball. Berhalter with the ball inside, and that was terrible. What a terrible ball from Berhalter. However, Berhalter with the slide to try to make it up. Doesn't get the ball back after all. Now another interception. McKennie plays it up to Malik Tillman. Malik Tillman unable to get the score right. U.S. is pressing like shit right now. The U.S. is pressing like crazy. Get the ball back immediately as they tried passing and making a little counter run. And it is U.S. ball. Richards. Jedi. Morris. Aiden Morris. Weah. Back to McKennie, and McKennie unable to reach Weah. It'll be a throw-in for Portugal. Beautiful interception from Malik Tillman. Malik with the shot. However, it does get blocked by a defender, though. Yeah, that was tough. Tough possession. And we get the ball back from the throw-in. Trusty playing a dangerous ball to Morris as he has to give it back to Freese. Freese giving it back. Aiden Morris now giving it back. Morris playing defense. Terrible clearance from Alex Freeman. Alex Freeman kicked the fucking ball. What the fuck are you doing? Alex Freeman heard me bitching before the game that he has no creativity. Now he's trying to play like a dumbass. All right. I said before the game, Alex Freeman has no creativity. Now he's trying to play like a dumbass. Portugal with the ball now. Portugal now crossing the field and turns it over. It'll be a U.S. throw-in. Applying a lot of pressure. The U.S. side is applying a lot of pressure. Berhalter turning the ball back over. Wow. Freeman. Pulisic. Getting creative. McKennie. Aiden Morris. Back to Trusty. To Tillman. Tillman playing a ball to Pulisic. Pulisic has it. Pulisic gets fouled. However, he's still up. Pulisic making a move on the ball. Tillman trying to play a ball inside. However, it is kicked out. It will be a U.S. throw-in on our side of the field near the box. Man, fuck this little Malteser. Lobatin. Get him off the screen, mates. U.S. after throw-in to McKennie. McKennie playing with the ball. They're heading the ball around. Berhalter plays it to Pulisic. Pulisic plays a ball to Tillman. Tillman tries playing a ball to the running Sebastian Berhalter. However, it wasn't Berhalter that was offside. I don't think he was. Yeah, it was the guy. It was the runner on top. Who? The Jedi. Jedi offside. Portugal with the ball now. Portugal playing in the back. Portugal trying to play a ball, however, intercepted. Intercepted by Trusty. They're in the box. Trusty with a beautiful interception, able to play to Pulisic. Pulisic plays with the ball, gets it to the box. However, the shot is blocked by a defender. Beautiful interception from Trusty. I'm liking Trusty. I'm really liking Trusty. That was kind of the dream backfield duo, right? Trusty and Richards for me. That was the dream backfield duo. Trusty looks kind of nice so far. Pulisic taking the corner. Oh, no, that's Malik Tillman. Malik Tillman to McKinney. McKinney misses the header. Header missed wide right. Just missing right. They're finding McKinney open a whole lot on the opposite side of that corner. They're finding McKinney a whole lot open. Richards with an interception on the goal kick. However, that is a foul by McKinney. A foul by McKinney as Richards tries clearing the ball. I thought it was an interception. It was more of like a clear, right? It was more of him clearing it. Yeah, this is a front three. This is a front three kind of pairing. Portugal tries going cross field. However, Chris Richards almost gave him a corner. Almost gave him a corner, giving Matt Freese the ball. Berhalter. Berhalter to Richards. Richards back to Berhalter. Berhalter seeing a cross field pass. However, it gets intercepted by Jedi. Jedi and Robinson are confusing me. They both got braids on. I don't know when did Robinson start. Oh no, Robinson's been putting braids on. It's kind of more of a recent thing for Robinson. Freeman with the longer ball to Pulisic. Ultimately turns it over. However, a ball placed inside. What a block. What a save from Matt Freese. However, it is a corner kick for the Americans. What a strike from Bruno Fernandes. What a strike from Bruno Fernandes. However, if Matt Freese wasn't there, that was going in. Put it like that. If Matt Freese wasn't there to save it, that shit was going in. Corner taken from Bruno. Corner not taken from Bruno. Plays it inside the box. And a very odd corner taken by Portugal, as it will now be a goal kick. Offside, actually. U.S. ball. Tillman. Jedi to Pulisic. Pulisic now on the run. Pulisic, play it to Weah. Weah back down. Plays it back to Pulisic. Pulisic, 2 on him. Pulisic gets the ball back. Pulisic back to Weah. Looking for Berhalter. Pulisic back on the side. Ultimately has to play it to Weah. Weah now 2 on him. Freeman. to Richards. We're now midfield. All the way back up to midfield. Trusty to Jedi. Jedi looking for the pass. Jedi to Freeman. Freeman with the ball crossing field. Weah now with the ball. Pulisic playing a lot down. Pulisic tries playing it to Tillman. Tillman ultimately not there. Portugal on the run. Portugal crossing field. Portugal having to reset as U.S. had too many numbers up until this point. Portugal. Playing with the ball. Portugal. We're lagging. No, we're not lagging. Well, we're lagging a little bit. We're lagging a little bit, but not complete lag. Yeah, not complete lag. Portugal tried playing a ball inside to the box. However, it'll be another goal kick. It'll be another corner kick from Portugal. Second corner from Portugal. Portugal having a little bit of a tough time offensively right now. However, we will see with the conclusion of this corner kick. Corner taken from Portugal. Portugal headed out by Richards. Still on the sideline from Portugal. Portugal plays a ball, and it skies over the box. Onto the other sideline from the U.S. Portugal still with the ball. Portugal. Looking for a man inside the box. Portugal passing it around. Still on their side of the field. Portugal. Portugal on the sideline now. Portugal looking to play a ball inside. Just miss Ramos. Ball just missed Ramos. It will be a throw-in. It'll be a Portugal throw-in. Matt Fries barely nicks the top of that ball. Portugal midfield. Portugal crossing to their side of the field. Portugal making a play on the sideline. Portugal passing it back out. Now they're back to the midfield position. Portugal. Portugal now everybody on their side of the field for Portugal. Portugal playing on the sideline, looking for a ball inside. And skied. Skied. It will be a goal kick for Matt Fries. Goal kick for Matt Fries. You're gonna tell this is gonna be a U.S. bias, right? U.S. bias, right? I'm not really gonna be mentioning a whole lot of the Portugal players. However, we will be mentioning all the U.S. players because this is a biased stream. Can't lie, this is a biased stream. You see the crest, biased stream. Playing it in the backfield. Now Portugal pressing us. Freeman looking a little terrified. Please don't give the ball back to Freeman. As Matt Fries will be kicking it across field. Looking for a running Pulisic. Pulisic not there to receive the ball. The fuck are they showing Weah for? What are we showing Weah? What are we showing Weah for? Oh, they fighting? Is they arguing or some shit? Like, wait. What was this stoppage of play for? What a ball from Portugal right there off of the throw-in. What a ball as Chris Richards with the interception. However, that is a clearance more than an interception. Could have started a run with it. Sa. Portugal now. Foul from Wales. Wea fouling How Cancelo. Sa with the cross field ball. Back to Freeze. Goalkeeper to goalkeeper. Freeze now with the ball. Freeze holding the ball now. Waiting for numbers. Freeze picking up the ball to Richards now. Richards starting the break. Richards now midfield. Richards to Wea. Freeman tried playing the ball forward. However, he gets knocked up. Pulisic now has the ball. Pulisic loses the ball now. Goalkeeper almost made a mistake. Oh, he does make a mistake. Wea tried playing the ball inside to Malik Tillman. However, he's not there. The pass is not there for Timothy Weah. Goalkeeper made a mistake. Pulisic almost able to capitalize on it. However, Weah recovers the ball. Weah tries to play the ball inside. However, it is blocked and cleared. Saw now with the goalkeeper. Saw now with the kick. Restarts the play for Portugal. Portugal now resetting the play. Morris with the interception. And we lost it. Tillman, too many numbers on him. Loses the ball. Counterattack from Portugal. Cleared from Trusty. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Austin Trusty. I am liking what I'm seeing out of Austin Trusty. Weah with the interception. Cancelo now for Portugal. The ball. Back to Sa. Sa. Gets it out. Portugal playing with the ball. Portugal playing with it on the U.S. side of the field. Portugal passing it around. Cancelo. Looking to create, however, unable to. Vitinha loses the ball. Berhalter now with the recovery to Trusty. Trusty to Morris. Morris back to Trusty. Trusty back to Richards. Richards to Freeman. Tries to play a long ball to... Tried playing a long ball to Weston McKennie. However, Weston McKennie is offside. Just offside, Weston McKennie is. Almost was able to get that ball to Timothy Weah for a clean shot. Weah just shooting it out of desperation. Now Portugal with the ball. Portugal on our side of the field. Portugal now crossing. Or no, I thought they were going to cross. Portugal still on our side of the field. Plays it into Fernandez. Fernandez back out. Portugal crosses. Back to Fernandez. Portugal is still playing with it, looking for the open pass. Portugal now crosses to our side of the field. Tries to nutmeg. Try nutmegging Jedi. Jedi not having it. Respect that. Respect that, Jedi. He not make the shit out of that. He not make the shit out of Jedi. Fuck. But Tillman was there for the recovery though. However, Vitinha back out. Portugal running to their side, to our side of the field. Portugal with 4 out. Portugal with 4 outs. Portugal looking like they have no creativity whatsoever, which is a bit scary for Portugal. However, I know this isn't like a complete A team. Portugal's still playing with it. So I wonder, is Ronaldo going to play for Portugal this coming World Cup? I wonder. Because if so, how do you fit Ronaldo on this team? Fernandez now trying to play the ball inside and gives it up to Chris Richards. Richards now to Morris. Morris to Jedi. Jedi playing with the ball. Back to Morris. Morris to Trusty. Was looking for Berhalter. Now has Richards. Richards. Back to Trusty. Trusty. Back to Richards. Richards to Freeman. Freeman. Back to Freeze. Freeze to Trusty. Trusty to Jedi. Jedi playing with the ball. Jedi to Pulisic. Pulisic to Malik Tillman. Malik Tillman plays a long ball to Weah. Weah looking for inside. Misses both Pulisic and McKinney. Jedi with the recovery. Jedi to Berhalter. Berhalter looking for a long shot. And the shot from Berhalter gets blocked. Not a bad shot. Not a bad shot. Not a bad shot. Man, it missed both of them. Shot on target for Berhalter. You got to think. If we had a striker, right? If we had a striker in that position, if we had a strike like a Pepe or a Balogun in that position, does that score? Does that last possession before the hydration break score for us? You gotta wonder that. You gotta wonder that. Portugal looks bland. At least this Portugal side that we're playing right now, they look bland. They look a little bland. They do look a little bland. I'm not saying like we're like the most creative group in the bunch, right? But they look a little bland. You got both things can be true, right? They look a little bland, right? Hydration break. Hydration break. Italia, Italia, Italia. I'm gonna put that part of the fucking title. Actually, I just realized because it's no longer like the pre-show and shit. Pre-show finished. Bop. Bop, 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 bop. Oh, wait. Forgot I actually do put the live score on the title. I forgot about that. I do put the live scores on the title. Just so you know what part of the game we are on, because maybe I am behind or something. 25th minute, bozos. Let's get out there. Italia, Italia, Italia. Oh, they're showing Timo Ream. Timo Ream eating that banana. Starting off the second half of the first half. Little cheeky throwing from Portugal, as they're now playing it on the very back end of the field. It's looking like they're about to give up possession right here. As long ball is played to Fernandez. However, Fernandez is able to recoup. Vitinha look for a pass inside. However, Jedi almost intercepts it. Bruno back to Vitinha. Vitinha playing a touch and go with Bruno. Bruno now on the outside. Bruno looking for a ball inside. Portugal throw in. Vitinha. Portugal playing it with the lungs on the long side of the ball. Portugal playing it on the sideline. Portugal looking up for the outside. Portugal now on the other side of the sideline. Portugal looking for the pass inside. Finally gets the pass inside, and it's back out to Cancelo. Cancelo looking for a... Cancelo trying to create. Midfield for Portugal. Looking for a run. Portugal is, and tries to feed it to Bruno on the inside. However, Freeman knocked out by Richards and cleared by Freeman. It is a Portugal corner. Another Portugal corner. Portugal now looking to dominate possession now. It's what it seems like. It seems like they're looking to win the possession game, Portugal is. Portugal corner taken from Bruno. Bruno taking the corner. Bruno. Cleared by Richards. Portugal still have it. Cancelo kicks it all the way out, and it will be a Matt Freese throw in. We throwing out. Be a goal kick for Matt Freese. Richards to Pulisic. Pulisic hits it out, and it will be a throw in for Portugal. Very quick possession for the U.S. men's. Vitinha. Dalot. The back end. Dalot playing with it on the back end. Turnover. U.S. possession. U.S. trying to get it out. And U.S. playing with it on the sideline. However, Pulisic hits it out of bounds, and it will be another Portugal throw-in. Portugal on the sideline. I got my little electrolyte drink, my little electrolyte mix of my sparkling waters. Nice little combination. Aiden Morris clears the ball for Portugal's possession to Matt Fries. Trusty, long ball from Trusty. Trusty's long ball is to a group of Portugal defenders. Portugal now with the ball. Portugal playing it inside. Portugal back out. Back on the sideline, Portugal. Portugal looking for the pass inside. Portugal now on the sideline looking for a run. And cleared from Malik Tillman. Portugal throwing. Portugal on the sideline. What am I looking at right there? I'm there. Who gives a fuck about your ACO, Matt? Adam Sheffield. So my ACO got saved today by not going to kickboxing today. Portugal playing it on the back end. Portugal playing it on the outside. Portugal skies the ball up, and U.S. Robinson with horrible touch. Portugal now on the attacking side. Portugal now on the outside playing it inside in the box. Cleared by Trusty. Portugal playing on the outside. Portugal on the sideline. Portugal back midfield. I'm smiling because I'll say it at halftime. We got 13 more minutes of game time left of this half. Say it at halftime. I'll spare y'all at halftime. Portugal now playing it on the outside. Portugal looking for a runner on the outside. McKinney almost gets the turnover. Aiden Morris almost gets it, and Tillman receives the ball. Morris to Berhalter. Berhalter to Freeman. Freeman now running. Freeman running. Freeman with the ball to Weah. There we go. Freeman playing with a little bit of heart today. Okay. I respect that. The ball couldn't get to Weah. Freeman didn't give a shit, right? Freeman with the throw-in. That's how Freeman looked right there on that last camera shot. Freeman throws it to McKinney. Freeman to Weah. Weah to McKinney. McKinney with the ball inside. Plays it over. Jedi now with the ball. McKinney down. McKinney wincing in pain. Yellow card, bro. Get that thug out of here. How Cancelo tries to undercut McKinney. McKinney gets up. McKinney limping a little bit. How Cancelo gets a yellow card. Get that red card. Get that thug out of here. Get that Pep Guardiola reject out of here, bro. Get him out, bro. Get him out. Get that Pep reject out of here, bro. Jedi, Berhalter, debating on who's taking the corner kick right outside of the box. Jedi. Berhalter now taking the corner. As Pulisic tries shooting it. However, defenders Berhalter now with the ball. Morris. Morris looking for a pass inside now. Morris runs away. Weah. Weah to Jedi. Jedi looking for the ball back. McKinney. Pulisic with a long shot. Just misses a little left. Shot just missed a little left. Pulisic. Can we get a replay? Can we get a replay? Was that on? I don't think it was on target, though. I don't think this shot was on target. Freeman getting touched up all. Oh, you know what? Freeman kind of proving me wrong here. Freeman kind of proving me wrong today. Freeman not playing that. He's not playing so bad. Ooh. So close. So close from Pulisic. Super close from Pulisic, mate. Freeman wins the duel. U.S. ball. Richards now. Tillman to Freeman. Freeman with the ball. Freeman tries getting it to McKinney. McKinney tries getting it back to Pulisic. Beautiful shot attempt for. Fuck, bro. Fucking shit. Freeman tried getting the ball to McKinney. McKinney turns the ball over off of the rebound. I mean, that was just nice soccer. I mean, that was just nice football. A back heel assist. Back heel assist. That's fucking cold. Cold fucking blooded. Ultimately, the U.S. is getting more chances than Portugal. However, Portugal just needs one. Trincao with the fucking easiest goal Trincao could have ever scored. (1-0) Portugal up. Fucking Timothy Weah tying his fucking shoes. Lace your boots up, mate. We're fucking down one. Lace your boots up, mate. Holy shit. This mate in these pink ass shoes. Freeman now with the ball. We're playing excellent. Until one turnover, one counter changes everything for us. Portugal dominating in possession. However, Portugal with that possession, not really doing a whole lot with their possession. And it was just a counter run that ultimately puts them up. U.S. now automatically playing desperates. Ball inside for the U.S. Trusty with the clearance. And clearance wasn't enough. Jedi with the better clearance. Aiden Morris running like a I got it. Head ass run from Aiden Morris. Berhalter tries winning the ball back. Still Portugal ball on their side of the field. Portugal playing with it. Portugal playing with possession. Fernandez. Fucking ridiculous out here, mate. Fucking ridiculous. Portugal back to midfield. Portugal playing it. Portugal playing with their food. Beautiful tackle from Aiden Morris. Doesn't get rewarded. However, it kind of gets rewarded. U.S. throwing. Jedi to Trusty. Trusty. Richards. To Morris. Morris back to Richards. Looking for Trusty. Has Freese. Clears it. Looking for Pulisic. Pulisic not there. McKinney. Berhalter to Jedi. Jedi with the ball. Jedi looking to make a move. Jedi running. Jedi trying to make a move. Jedi makes a move. Hopper Jedi back. Jedi turns it back over. Calling Anthony Robinson Jedi because it's his fucking nickname. However, playing a little mid today, Jedi. Morris wins the ball back. Jedi. Anthony. Robinson with the long shots. Just right. Decent shots from. Where is it? Where is it? Where was it taken? Where? Right outside the box. Does it hit anybody? No, it doesn't. Jedi misses a shot wide right. I remember the last stream I said something about Bank of America and it got my shit fucking cut up. It got my shit cut up from YouTube. US with possession now. Morris with 3 on him. Back to Richards. To Morris. Morris making a little run. Morris to Pulisic. Pulisic gets fouled like crazy. No fucking card. Ref tells him to keep fucking playing. And then calls that weak ass foul. What the fuck was that? He did the same shit like 5 seconds ago. How far is Germany from Portugal? How far is Germany from Portugal? You gotta have like you gotta have like a wife in Portugal or some shit. They're showing Pulisic's foul. Okay, it's a foul. But show what they did to him like 5 seconds earlier. Portugal with the ball. Portugal turns it over. What the fuck is happening with Tillman? Tillman. They're fucking with Tillman. Pulisic with the ball. Pulisic trying to play it to Weah. Weah looking for a skill. However, they call it a throw-in as soon as Weah is able to break free. How are we getting fucked by the refs in our own country? How does that work? Weah with the ball. Weah looking for a ball inside. It gets cleared. U.S. corner. How are we getting fucked by our own refs in our own country? Or it's not our own refs. Because they're from Germany. U.S. corner. Berhalter and Jedi debating. Berhalter to Pulisic. Pulisic looking for the ball inside. To 3 defenders. Tillman with an outside shot. Man, can we get a shot inside the fucking box? We've taken like 5 of them already outside. Right outside the fucking box. They saw DeBass last game hitting a fucking beamer from outside the box, but yet... And it wasn't even a beamer, too. It was just a little weak-ass little dribbler that just went by everybody. See, that shit works when we have, like, people like McKenzie and Ream defending, but not literally anybody else playing defense. It does not fucking work. Or at least anybody else in a professional level, that shit doesn't fucking work. These motherfuckers are looking for a golazo as turnover from... We have numbers now. We have numbers. Pulisic outside. McKinney fucking falls inside the box. What the fuck are we doing? Portugal on the counter. Trusty with the clearance. Portugal throwing. What the fuck was that? Pulisic playing it to McKinney as McKinney's like walking backwards. Or McKinney trying to give Pulisic space. What the fuck was that? Portugal with the ball on the outside. Long ball from Jose. Long ball from Jose. Trusty now with the ball. Trusty to Freeman. Freeman with the ball. Freeman back to Berhalter. Berhalter back to Freeman. Freeman to Weah. Weah back to Freeman. Freeman plays it to McKinney as McKinney tries getting it a ball to Tillman. And cleared by Portugal. And it is Portugal ball. What the fuck? It looked like U.S. ball to me. The shit is this? Oh, mate. What the fuck are we looking at here, mate? Portugal with the ball on the outside. Portugal now crossing to their side of the field. Portugal with the back heel into two people. Ramos unable to get it to nobody that was running. And it is a goal kick. Ramos dribbling, trying to find somebody that was not running. What are we looking at here, mate? What are we looking at here, mate? Jedi to Tillman. Tillman getting into Pulisic. Pulisic trying to win the one-on-one. Pulisic now in the box. Pulisic now in the box. Pulisic has the ball turned over. Who is that yellow card on? He showed the yellow card to 3 people. Pulisic running with the ball. Is that a second yellow card from Pulisic or another one? Portugal with the ball with the last minute. Portugal now with the ball last minute. Jose stalling for hella time. Jose to cross field pass it. What the fuck kind of clearance was that from Robinson? What the fuck was that? What the fuck are these players doing? What are they doing? What the fuck are they doing? Clearing it the wrong way. Clearing it by giving them possession still. What are we doing? I know it's risky, right? I know it's risky, but you had way more numbers towards goal. You had legit the entire side of the defense right there and the goalkeeper. And that is the half. That is the half. Portugal leading 1-0. Portugal leading 1-0. 1-0 going into the half. I give a fuck less about Tiger Woods right now. Fucking shit, bro. God bless. That was. So ultimately, we're not winning the possession, right? We're not winning the possession battle. It's cool, right? That's cool, whatever, right? However, we have more chances, right? Same amount of shots on goal, whatever, right? But we're creating the more chances, right? They have more corners, but that doesn't really matter because none of us have really done shit with them. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. We're creating more chances, but we're doing fuck all with any of them. And that fucking goal, that fucking goal, that stupid ass turnover that leads to that goal. That stupid ass goal leads to that turnover. Nobody's fucking back there, too. We have Trusty on the ball, right? Trusty on the ball. However, that back heel, nobody was covering the back, and so nobody was covering the guy coming or trailing. Nobody was covering the guy trailing. Richards covering the guy inside, which is the right play to do. But Aiden Morris, fucking Berhalter, where the fuck are y'all at? Where the fuck are either of you guys at, Berhalter or Morris? Where the fuck are you guys at? Fucking stupid. Masters week. They got a frustrating ass game plan, right? And then we have fucking Masters coverage after. It's just waving it in front of your face. Waving it in front of your face. Seeing if you cover. Waving it in front of your face. Man, fuck this U.S. men's national team show. Show that weak ass goal. Show that weak ass goal. Yup. Richards. Trusty playing on the inside. Robinson fucking trailing fuck all. Robinson trailing fuck all. Aiden Morris nowhere to be fucking seen. Fucking embarrassing. Fucking embarrassing. I gotta know too. I gotta know. Do we like the hydration break, right? The hydration break. Is it like what's the purpose of it? What is the purpose of it? To hydrate, right? I know that, but besides, what is the purpose of it? What is the fucking purpose of it? I'm seeing a lot of people on Twitter not actually watching the game. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing nobody actually watch the game right here. Man, oh man. Like it's crazy. We're actually playing. We're not playing bad. We're not playing bad. We're creating a lot of chances. But we have no fucking strikers in the game to put these fucking good chances in the fucking net. No strikers. No actual like goal scoring threat, right? I know fucking McKinney scored last game, right? But we have Pulisic playing the fucking 9. They just showed it before the game. He hadn't scored in like 7 games. Like we can't fault the fact that we're going against world-class players when we're going to be facing world-class players in this fucking summer. Like we can't fault Jeremy Doku is just good. That's why he's just fucking up Timothy Weah, right? Last game. Or fucking Bruno Fernandes with that beautiful ass backheel assist. And we can't fault the fact that these guys are just good. We're gonna be playing these fuckers like in 2 months. In 2 months, we're gonna be playing these fucks. Not Fernandez and Doku like in specific, but we're gonna be playing this level, this caliber of players this summer. These are the players we're gonna be playing against. And we're letting them do shit like this. Fucking back heel assist, right? Jeremy Doku fucking doing that shit the whole time. Trincao finishing. He didn't even do anything impressive. The impressive part that he did was finish. It was finished. That was the impressive part. It's very hard. It's very hard to put Freese in fault of that goal. Very hard to put Freese in fault of that goal. Trusty. Anthony. No, not Trusty. Anthony. Morris. Where the fuck were you all at? God bless. This is about to be the longest, like, 20 minutes, right? I think it's 20 minutes halftime, right? It's gonna be the longest fucking 20 minutes right here. Thank God they have They took Ernie Johnson from the fucking booth. Thank God they took Ernie Johnson away from the booth. They showed the desk for like 3 seconds, and then immediately back into like into a Volkswagen commercial, and then Caitlin Clark. Gatorade, less sugar. Da la verga. Da la verga, güey. Da la verga. At this point, I just want these chuds to finish the game. I don't give a shit about. I'm just trying to get my shit off. These chuds don't want to be here, obviously. These chuds don't want to be here, right? They really had a show. They're really advertising a show as soon as the fucking half ends for these fucking chuds, too. It's like one of the first commercials out of the fucking timeout. Oh, not the timeout. The fucking half. One of the first commercials out of the half was that dumbass show that they're doing. I'm not gonna lie. Electrolyte packet in the sparkling water. Kind of a move. I can't even lie to you. Can't even lie to you. I wonder what subs we're gonna make. Because the first half of last game, I don't know what Pochettino saw that he said, "Oh, you know what? This middle of the pack game, right? Like we're playing all right? I don't know what he saw that said like, "Oh, you know what? Let's get Rodon in the game." I don't know what he saw. Oh, let's get Rodon in the game. The fuck up. God bless, bro. Bro, we're playing fucking great. Look at these tards practicing. Oh, Pat. Oh, Pat's gonna get in the game. Tessman. We're looking at Tessman. Oh, Pat and Tessman. Okay, getting Pat and Tessman in the game. Berhalter out. Oh no. Oh, fuck no. Oh hell no. We're not putting Max in the game. Hell no, we're not putting Max in the fucking game. What the fuck is this? Y'all got y'all already done with the MLS ticks, right? Y'all already fed up with the MLS ticks, right? I'm gonna put in one more for y'all. I'm gonna put in one more for y'all. I'm gonna put in one more for y'all. Holy shit. I'm looking at Max on the fucking field, buddy with fucking another one of his Bellator ticks, Berhalter, who's not playing an all right game. Showing some creativity, but defensively, he's been fucking terrible. Pulisic coming out for Pat. Okay. Okay. I guess. Pulisic coming out for Pat. Dalot leaving. Thank God. Pulisic coming off for Pat. Was the other substitution? Max coming off for Jedi. That's all right. I can get behind that. And Tessman coming in for McKinney. All right, that's a little scary. That is a little scary. However, McKinney did turn it over in a very crucial part of the field. Freeman, what the fuck? Oh my goodness. Boy, what the hell? Testament now with the ball. We already kicked off like 40 seconds ago. Max playing a ball inside. What the fuck is Max doing? Oh my goodness. He almost MLS'd his way into an actual chance. What the fuck was I looking at from Max? Oh shit, that looked ugly as fuck. That looked super ugly. God bless this dude. Max is embarrassing, bro. God damn. How Felix coming in the game for Portugal. So when we put in subs, It's for fucking for MLS ticks like Max. Oh my God, Aiden Morris almost turned it over. And don't worry, because Tim does it himself. Tim turns it over. Now Portugal with the ball. Portugal on their side of the field. Portugal playing with the ball. Portugal ultimately playing with the ball. Portugal outside. Portugal going way back. Now they're giving it back to Jose. Jose saw with the ball. Jose gets it out to midfield. Looking for Howe. Howe back out to the defenders. Portugal on their side of the field. Looking for a runner. However, Tessman is there. However, no, oh no, that's Max. And they call Berhalter for a cheap foul. Berhalter for a cheap foul. Ain't Ruben Neves supposed to be tough? Ain't he supposed to be tough? How'd you get bitched by Berhalter? Ain't you supposed to be tough or some shit? Portugal throwing in towards the box. However, it gets smacked out. Another Portugal throw in, this time closer to the box. They about to throw in their way to a corner. Portugal now. How? Berhalter getting the turnover. And cleared by Trusty. Portugal throw in on their side of the field. Max to Trusty. Trusty almost turning it over, getting it to Morris at the end of the day. Richards to Freeman. Freeman away. Looking to create. Unable to create. Back to Freeman. Freeman to Freese. Freese with the ball. Freese looking for a goal kick. However, almost turns it over. Max with the save. Max getting pulled. Thank you. Oh, but I bet that's not a card, though, right? I bet that's not a fucking card. Oh, he didn't tug his jersey. He only just tugged his fucking arm. Trusty with the kick. Trusty almost getting trapped. Going cross field to Pat. Pat unable to tap. Pat unable to get a touch on it. And Berhalter pressing. Berhalter playing really high right now. And turnover from the goalkeeper. Tillman looking to create. Morris, what the fuck are you doing, Morris? Oh my goodness. Tillman trying to get the ball to Berhalter. Berhalter was wide open. However, Morris was like, nope, my ball. Morris takes the ball with the defender on him, might I add. Does nothing with substance with it. Turns it over. It's the Portugal ball right now. Portugal midfield. Portugal back out to the defense. Portugal playing it back inside. Portugal on the sideline. Portugal cross the field to the other end of the sideline. Portugal. What the fuck was that? Morris, easy turnover, and then turns it over. Weah is able to get it, and I don't know what the fuck Weah was doing with that. It'll be a throw-in for the U.S. Freeman taking a throw-in. Freeman looking for numbers. Freeman gets it to Freese instead. Had no numbers. Freese to Trusty. Trusty back to Richards. Richards to Freeman. Freeman back to Richards. Richards with the ball. Richards to Trusty. Trusty to Max. Max. Two on him. Gets the ball to Tessman. Tessman crosses field to Freeman. Freeman turns it over off of the touch. Portugal now with the ball. Portugal. Weah guarding. Portugal plays it inside. Portugal with the ball still. Portugal to Howe. Side to Portugal. Portugal looking for the ball inside. Looking for Howe on the sideline. However, it is a turnover. Freeman getting the ball. Pat with the ball. Pat to Tessman. Tessman to Weah. Weah running. Weah has numbers. Weah looking for a ball to Tillman. Tillman's looking for a handball. What was Tillman looking for right there? Portugal now with the ball. Portugal on the defending side. Portugal passing it amongst defenders. Portugal still with the ball. Portugal playing with it. Portugal looking for Howe on the sideline. However, it is a turnover. Richards now with the ball. Richards trying to get it to Berhalter. Unable to. Way of playing a ball to Tillman. Ultimately, that was covered. Covered very nicely. Yo, neither of us gonna get a fucking shot the second half, or like what? Like what the fuck? Because none of us are creating anything with the ball whatsoever. As I say that, Testament almost gets a clearance. I mean, almost gets an interception. Portugal with the ball. Portugal playing it. Portugal going back out. Portugal midfield. Pat defending. Portugal out. Weah defending. Portugal. 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 Defenders playing touch butt. Portugal. Portugal stalling. That's what it seems like. Portugal stalling. Portugal playing with it. U.S. unable to get the ball. Portugal with the long ball. Long ball successful. Portugal pushing. On the sideline. Max defending. Max looking to make a play. Forces him to pass it out. Ball inside. Portugal has numbers in the box. And shot wide right from Portugal. Wide right from Portugal. Beautiful ball inside. Try to play it to Howe. Howe unable to get it. And wide right curves. Was curving in. Did not curve in soon enough. Freese with a long ball to Pat. Pat unable to. What the fuck? What the fuck is that, Pat? We're expecting Pat to be like prime Daryl DK or some shit. As I said, prime Daryl DK. That only lasted for like about a month. It lasted for like about a month. Morris with the ball. Morris to Max. Max. 3 on him. Morris. Morris with the ball. Morris. Freeman. Freeman to Berhalter. Berhalter back to Trusty. Trusty. Back to Max. Beautiful pass from Malik Tillman. And Berhalter unable to keep the ball. Berhalter. Turnover. Portugal with the ball. Portugal passing it back out to the defenders. Portugal. You notice how we made these subs and like a whole lot of creativity just went out the fucking window for us. Portugal looking for a ball inside. Portugal with the clearance from Trusty. Tillman trying to make a run. Tillman unable to secure. It looked like Tillman just saw a way out. It looked like Tillman just saw a way out and just stopped running for us. Make it a run, Portugal. Freeman. Freeman with a nice defense. Nice defense from Freeman. It will be a corner taken from Portugal. Corner taken from Portugal. So Potts look at he looks at the bench, right? He sees 3 strikers on the bench and decides, you know what? I'm gonna go with Pat. What the fuck? How Felix, wide open, looking for a, what a beautiful goal from How Felix, wide open. Wide open off of the corner kick. Nobody covering How Felix. What the fuck was that? Nobody marking How Felix. Felix just able to set it. Fucking beautiful fucking finish right there. Able to set it off the crossbar and in. Fucking stupid. Bruno with 2 assists on the day. 2 assists on the day for Bruno as How Felix makes it 2-0. Pat with the ball. Pat to Morris. Morris to Berhalter. Berhalter back to Tessman. Tessman. Other sideline with Weah. Weah looking to make a move. Weah, 2 on him, looking to make a move. Finds Tessman. Tessman looking for Berhalter. Berhalter fucking running. So it was just going to be Pat. Pat was the only one that was going to score for us. Oh, we put a striker in. Nobody can make a run now. Trusty with great defense secures another corner for Portugal. Maybe we can fucking mark everybody this time. Ramos coming out of the game for Paulinho. Portugal making a sub. Paulinho for Gonzalo Ramos. Paulinho. Defensive move. It's a defensive move. It is what it is. Felix. Ball inside for Portugal. Portugal. Playing with it. Portugal back out. Portugal resets. Blocked by Tasman. Portugal on our side of the field. Weah looking for a turnover. That's not a fucking foul. Pat secures a turnover. Morris to Weah. Weah, 2 on him. Weah gets a corner. Weah has 2 on him. Weah has 2 on him looking for a pass inside. It is not there. Weah thrown into the ground. It will be a U.S. corner. Man, the U.S. men's national team video after this is going to be amazing. I don't give a shit if it was off the crossbar. And it's frustrating. It's even more frustrating, too, because this guy was talking that shit. He was talking that shit, comes off the bench, and still fucking scores. Berhalter trying to get to Tessman. Nowhere near Tessman. Counterattack from Portugal. Portugal. Paulinho. Looking to play the ball inside. Clearance. Clearance from Richards. Off the clearance. Portugal shot gets blocked from Freeze. Shot totally on target. Another corner for Portugal. Bruno, 2 assists on the day. 2 assists on the day for Portugal. Bruno taking another corner. Assist on the last corner taken from Portugal. See what he does now. Good clearance from Malik Tillman. Portugal still with the ball, however. Portugal now at midfield with possession. Man, oh man. These boys look sorry. These boys look sorry right here. These boys look sorry. At least we were playing good the first half. I don't know what the fuck we're doing this half. Portugal with the ball. Portugal out to midfield. But how? How with the ball? How dribbling? How bitching us around? How gets it back out? How bitching us around? How fucking playing world-class football from How Felix. Berhalter to Tessman to Weah with the ball. Weah looking to create. Weah get it down to Tessman. Yeah, Tessman with the ball. Tessman gets it to the other side of the field to Max. Max with the ball. Max can pass it. All right, Trusty back out to Richards. Richards to Freeman with the ball. Freeman. What the fuck do you think you're looking like, Freeman? Freeman slips, turns the ball over. Felix with the ball. Bruno with the shot. Trusty blocks it. Bruno trying to play the game of his fucking lifetime against us, apparently. I'm still amazed that there he goes. There he is. Scally coming in. And Joe Scally coming in for Malik Tillman. Interesting choice right here. Very interesting choice. Timothy Weah comes off the pitch for Balogun. So down 2. We're down 2, right? We're down 2. We're going to take out an attacking player for a defender. Pochettino ball right here as the shot from Portugal is skied. It will be a goal kick for the U.S. What an abysmal second half. Every sub that Pochettino has made, one of the worst decisions ever. Hydration break. Because, good Lord, the people that are watching this shit need a break. God damn, bro. I mean... fucking embarrassed to even be supporting this team. Supporting this team is embarrassing. Absolute stain on this dude brought 3 strikers. He brought 3 strikers to this US camp. Doesn't start any of them and decides, oh, you know what? Second half, we're down 2 at this point. Let's just put them all out. Let's just put them all out together, right? Let's put them all out together. While at the same time, very, very same fucking time, fucking, there's some very questionable decisions right here. Very, very questionable decision. Down two. Let's take out Cam, Malik Tillman for defender Joe Scally. Beautiful decision making right here. Berhalter trying to do some shit. Slips. Pat still with possession. Pat trying to create something out of nothing. Berhalter able to retain possession. Morris now with the ball. Morris gets it to Berhalter. Berhalter tries playing it to a runner that's not fucking running. We got people that are trying to run. We got passes to people that are running. But nobody's fucking running. This is exactly what the fuck. Pochettino ball right here. Pochettino ball. We're giving it to runners who are not fucking running. Pochettino ball. Portugal almost. What the fuck? Trusty with some elegant ball work right there. Pause. Elegant ball work by Trusty. Tessman plays it to Berhalter. Can we get Berhalter out? Now? He was good the first half. He was all right the first half. The second half, he's been pretty shit. Shit, that's the best way to put it. He's been shit the second half. Can we take him out? They're giving a close-up to Pat's ugly-ass face. Bro, get the fuck. I know I'm not pleasant to look at, right? But Pat's face isn't fucking pleasant to look at right now either. What the fuck? Scally playing with the ball. Morris tried getting the ball to Scally and ended up turning the ball over at that same exact moment. Portugal now playing with the ball inside the box. Trusty getting the ball out of there, and Berhalter with the clearance. Or my bad, that's Max with the clearance. Portugal ball midfield. Portugal getting it back out to the defenders. Portugal with the ball still. Max trying to secure the throw-in. Able to secure the throw-in. Max with the throw-in on our side of the field. Morris receiving it. Trusty with the ball. Trusty trying to make something out of nothing, and Trusty almost gets a corner for Portugal. And that will be a Portugal corner from the horrid 1-2 play from Austin Trusty and Max. Pochettino's wondering what the fuck happened. I'm wondering what the fuck happened with these subs right here. What the fuck happened with the sub and the decision making beyond this? Corner being taken from Portugal. Corner from Portugal. Portugal with the corner. Cleared by Richards. Howe looking to score again. Howe's shot is wide right. Goal kick for Fries. Gets it to Richards. Richards. Berhalter with the ball. As Freeman totally turns it over. Freeman trying to win the ball back after his turnover. Portugal with the ball. Portugal looking to attack. Portugal trying to find the winger. Finally gets the winger. Winger looking for a move. Winger needs to play it inside. Berhalter able to clear it. Still Portugal ball. And it will be a U.S. throw-in off of the clearance from Berhalter. Nice clearance from Berhalter. Max with the ball. Tessman to Trusty. To Richards with the ball. Richards dribbling. Richards to Tessman to Morris with the ball. Morris looking for a pass inside. Unable to get it to Balogun. When was the last time we've done two strikers? When was the last time we did a 2 up? Well, we had 2 up. Oh, correction. When was the last time anybody ran 2 strikers besides Uruguay? Portugal on the counter. Portugal looking for the ball inside. Portugal on the sideline trying to look for the ball inside. How? Give and go. Trying to find Howe on the run. Unable to get it to Howe. Trusty clears. Throw in for Portugal. What happened right there? Portugal had a run right there. Portugal had a run. However, from the play before, Howe was kind of like, I don't know what the fuck Howe Felix was doing, but he was terribly offside. I have no idea what's happening. I had no idea what was happening in that position for Portugal. That was poor football being played. And now coming in, it's looking like we're having the trio of Gio Reyna, Brendan Aronson, and everybody's favorites, Christian Roldan. Looking to sub on the next dead ball. Max with a long ball to Pat. Pat with an elegant dribble, able to get it. And Balogun, I'm not sure what that play was for Balogun. I'm not sure. Was he trying to get it back to Pat? Pat was offside. I don't know what that was about. Was he trying to get it to Pat? Was that a shot? Like that? Either way, it was fucking terrible. Terrible decision making for Balogun. I guess those are decisions made when you're playing cold and you're not playing in the position you're supposed to be playing, in a double striker position. When's Poch making these subs? When is Poch making these subs? Scally with the throw-in. Scally. Are they making subs now? All right, we're making subs now. Berhalter coming out. very indifferent game from Berhalter, right? It wasn't the worst performance from him, but wasn't exactly the greatest. Rodon coming in for Aiden Morris, and Gio coming in for Alex Freeman. This time, this set of subs, we have a attacker coming in for a defender. I guess that cancels it out. Brendan Aronson with the ball. Brendan Aronson looking to make a move. Aronson, Reyna. Back to Scally to Reyna. Reyna looking for Balogun inside. Balogun unable to receive the pass. Trusty with the clearance to stop the Portugal run. Balogun still on the floor. Balogun on the floor. Really selling. Balogun selling. Get up, Balogun. Yeah, tough spot to get hit in the face with the ball, right? Tough spot. Balogun, you fine. You should be fine, Balogun. Tough spot, though. Portugal throw-in. We're coming up on the 80th minute right here. As Trusty. No. Trusty's down. Now this time he's holding his lower leg. The lower leg injuries are a little bit different. Lower leg injuries are a little bit different than a player doing this. Trusty able to run it off. One of the few bright spots from today was Austin Trusty. Chris Richards. Austin Trusty able to clear the ball. Beautiful clearance from Austin Trusty. Oh shit! We're lagging out. We're lagging out for a second. We back? We back? Okay, no, we back. We back out there? No, we back. Okay, we back. Max with the ball. Looking for Richards. Richards in the middle of the field. Richards tries to get it out to Reyna. Reyna now gets it to Rodon. Rodon gets it to Balogun. Balogun to Aronson. Brendan looking for some move. Brendan looking to make a move. Brendan Aronson skies it right out of the box. Reyna is a little mad as he's kind of open. Reyna was a little open before that Brendan Aronson shot. And it will be a goal kick for Portugal. Whoa. Are we going out? Okay, no. We're fine. What the fuck am I looking at? I'm looking at a ring camera right here. What the shit? Okay, that's a little weird. We got a ring camera on the very top of my screen. I'm not going to show the ring camera because it looks a little familiar. Yeah. What the fuck? That is weird. Is that like a thing with like Amazon TVs, like Fire Stick TVs, right? You could see, what the shit is this? A ring camera. There you go. It's covering the Bank of America watermark. I mean, anytime you cover the Bank of America watermark, I mean, I'm all for it, but down to not the move necessarily. Oh, Reyna with the interception. Reyna making a move. Reyna making a play. Aronson gets to the Tessman. Tessman to try to play the ball inside. Tessman unable to be able to play the ball inside. And a foul is called from Chris Richards for meeting him at the ball, for meeting the defender at the ball. A foul is called for Chris. Chris. 'Chris. 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 'Ch I know we're down 2, and a lot of these fouls haven't really been directly towards our goals or the goals that we've conceded, right? These fouls have nothing to do with it. But man, have the refs been fucking the shit out of us today. We can't catch a break for shit. Portugal playing with the ball on the outside. US pressing crazy now. All these attackers, you better be pressing. Testman's even pressing. I don't even know what to say post-game. Post-game, I don't even know what the fuck to say. I don't even know what to say post-game, man. I don't know what the fuck to say for post-game. What the fuck do I even say? Bro, it's so bad. They're fucking subbing goalkeeper. They're subbing goalkeepers. What the fuck? Jose Sa. Bruno Fernandes subbing out for Mateo Fernandes. I guess that's sparing us. Goalkeeper looks creative. It's probably the shirt, but he just looks creative. Rodon now with the ball. Reyna passing it to Pat. Looking for a ball on the cross the field is Tessman, and ultimately is given up to the goalkeeper. Portugal now with the ball. Portugal looking to stall now. Portugal passing it back and forth. Long ball from the goalkeeper. As Richards is able to receive possession for the U.S. Reyna to Tessman. Tessman to Pat. Pat turns it over. Immaculate touch, Pat. Immaculate touch, Pat. This dude, Bruno Fernandes, is like a genie. Imagine the littlest bitch on the opposing team talking the most shit and is a bench player, mind you. He's coming off the bench. Comes in the game and fucking scores a fucking beauty of a fucking goal. Imagine that shit. Imagine that. Imagine that shit, bro. The dude talking the most shit. The dude talking the most shit on the opposing side is one of the 2 guys that gets a goal. Imagine that shit. Brendan Ayrton with the ball. U.S. looking to make a push. 3 minutes left of regular time. 3 minutes left before extra time. U.S. uninspired right now. Uninspired to make a push. Richards to Reyna. Back to Scally. Scally to Richards. Richards to Tessman. Tessman back out to Freese. Freese looking for a long ball. Long ball to nobody. Portugal retains possession on the other half of the field. Portugal on the U.S. side of the field. Portugal. Foul by Rodon. Ticky-tack. Foul, sure. Call it. I guess. Portugal now with the ball. Portugal looking to waste more time. 2 minutes left. 88th minute. Absolute stinker of a game. Fucking ESPN. Can US come back from a 1-0 deficit? Fuck off, ESPN. You get it, guys? Can US come back for for 2 more goals? At least to equalize? Fuck off. Portugal with possession. Portugal passing it around, looking to stall time. Portugal looking to stall time. Portugal midfield. No threat of attacking from Portugal. Crossfield to the sideline. Possession one from Max. Reina with the ball. Reina back to Trusty. Trusty to Rodon. Rodon turns it over. Thank you for bailing out Rodon. Thank you for bailing him out. Christ, man. Thank you for bailing out Rodon. That knee is red from Rodon. Ball being played inside. Ball being placed inside the Trincao. Trusty clears it. It will be a corner now. Trusty's out. He needs a sub. Trusty is out. He needs a sub. He's out. Fucking shit, bro. One of the few good players. Oh, did he roll his shit? It looked like he rolled his shit. 4 minutes left of extra time. Possibly a lot more after the Austin Trusty injury. Trusty is looking to finish the game. Boy, is that terrifying. That is fucking terrifying. Bro, get McKenzie in the game. Can we get McKenzie in the game, please? Trusty looking to finish out the game. Corner taken from Portugal. Skies it on the other side of the field, and it will be a goal kick for Fries. Mark McKenzie now coming on for Austin Trusty. We solved the problem on the other cornerback, on the other center back. We solved the other issue on the other center back, right? Austin Trusty looked fucking beautiful with the ball, right? Beautiful defender, beautiful on the ball. And injured is Austin Trusty. US off the goal kick. Turns it over. Never mind. No, turns it over. Ball played towards. Beautiful save from Fries. Beautiful save from Fries. I mean, Fries has made some plays too. He's made some plays too. He made some plays. The first goal, you cannot really fault Fries for that. The second goal, the fucking second goal, man. That shit. Ball being played inside off of the corner. Skies it. Portugal. Last minute and a half for the U.S. Fernandez skies it. Fries looking to long ball this. And Fries picks it up. Those are to Chris Richards. Richards back to Fries. Fries now skies it this time. And Portugal gets possession back. Portugal playing with the ball in the back end. Portugal playing with the ball, stalling for this last minute. Portugal stalling for this last minute of game time. Portugal. Very hard to watch. Foul called from Scally. And that is the final whistle. Final whistle. 2-0. Portugal beats that ass. BT fucking A. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is one of the games of all time. This was definitely one of the games of all time. Shit, man. We look terrible. Yeah, I wasted almost 2 hours of my life watching this game. Absolutes. Not like I had anything better to do with these 2 hours, but to watch this game, right? Yeah. A travesty, embarrassing. Damn. I mean, what is there to say, right? What is there to say besides the windbreakers look nice, right? The windbreakers look cool, right? I want a windbreaker, right? That's the only takeaway from this is that the windbreakers look cool. Our team looks shit, right? Our team looks shit. Christian Pulisic looked incredibly uninspired. Weston McKennie, I mean, he looked all right, I guess. Weston McKennie looked all right. Let's look at the whole stats. All right, let's look at everybody as a whole. Right, look at everybody as a whole. Matt Freese looked impressive. He looked very impressive today. Is he going to be the goalkeeper? Is he going to be the goalkeeper come this summer? We'll see. Ultimately, he made his case, right? He made his case. It was pretty impressive. Besides the 2 goals that were conceded, right? He made his case. Looked impressive. We'll see, right? Austin Trusty played himself a great game. Chris Richards and Austin Trusty. All right, those two. I want to see that. I want to see more of that, right? Despite the result today, right? Those two, I want to see more of that. I need to see more of that, right? Anthony Robinson, horrible game from Anthony Robinson on his end, right? The sub Max Arfstand, right? Get him the fuck off the roster. Get him immediately off the roster. Social distance yourself away from this fucking roster, right? Yeah, I would rather have Cam Carter-Vickers on one leg than I would rather have Max play for us this World Cup, right? Fucking shit, man. Alex Freeman, right? He looked horrible last game, right? Horrible last game from Alex Freeman. This game, he looked all right in the first half. The second half, right? He was getting too creative, right? He was getting way too creative. You saw moments of him getting way too creative in the first half, right? But then he really dialed it up. In the second half, right? And it looked nasty. Seeing him out there, right? Gio Reyna. My biggest takeaway from Gio Reyna, right? Let me see. What he came on like 80th, right? Yeah, the 80th minute, right? So we saw Gio Reyna for about like 25 minutes. 25 minutes is international break, right? He was kind of like Pochettino made this point. He said that Gio Reyna gets basically virtually no minutes for his club. However, he recognizes the brilliance, which is why he was able to bring him on this international break. He brought him on this international break to play him 25 minutes. We might as well just left him at Italy. We might as well left him in Italy to sit on their bench, right? We might as well just left him there. My take on him, I don't have a take, right? Because I only saw 25 minutes of him. There's nothing really to take away from Gio because you only saw him for so long. Sebastian Berhalter, again, exactly like Freeman, right? He looked all right. He actually looked all right. He didn't look that bad that first half, right? And then second half came on, right? He made a lot of foolish mistakes in the second half. However, you can tell he was one of the few aggressors on the pitch for us. So, I mean, I guess I can respect that, I guess. Same thing with Brandon Aronson. It can be said with Gio Reyna. I only saw him for about like 10 minutes. What the fuck can I take away from 10 minutes of Brandon Aronson, right? Timothy Weah. God bless, man. He looked a lot better today, right? Probably because he wasn't playing wing back like he was this past weekend, right? He was playing in a natural position, more of a natural position, right? A little bit of a winger, midfield-esque kind of role. Yeah. Nothing inspiring, though. Nothing inspiring came out of Timothy Weah this camp. Ultimately, he should make the roster. He should make the roster coming into the summer. However, is Timothy Weah a starter for the World Cup? I don't even know. I can't even tell you that, right? Balogun, right? Balogun, right? The problem with Balogun, the last game, right? Just couldn't get him the ball at all. Could not get him the ball to save our lives. And then this game, we had him playing a double fucking striker system, right? Who the fuck does that? Who the fuck does that shit? Double strikers? Stupid. It's not like he or Pat plays a different position. They don't play. They just play striker. That's their shit. Striker. Get him on the very top. Striker. That's their shit. Don't duel them. He should make the roster, but not a good performance. Malik Tillman, God bless. I don't even want to talk about Malik Tillman. Joe Scally, came on the 6th, 7th minute. Joe Scally, I don't know what we had him doing today. We obviously had him playing defense as a defender, right? But I don't know what his role was today. It didn't really make much sense, right? A lot of the positions that Scally was put in this camp, right, didn't really make sense for Scally, but fuck it. We'll trash him online, though. Pulisic, right? Kind of already talked about Pulisic, right? He looked incredibly uninspired today, right? Incredibly uninspired. He looked aggressive, right? But it looked more so like a stupid aggressive, right? Right? Like you're doing too much for no fucking reason, right? It doesn't benefit us the way you were playing today, right? Non-existent in a negative way. Pat. Fucking shit, Pat. Pat was kind of put in a tough position today, but God bless Pat. Hold up. No matter what you say or what you do, I'm running with you. But these other is they be right by your side and like 3,000. Wait, hands up. Oh Lord. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I need to hurry up. Because we're kind of like on the tail. I can feel it. I can feel her. I can feel it. I can feel it coming. I can feel it coming. The Wi-Fi outage is coming. It's coming. It's coming in a sec, guys. It's coming in a sec, guys. I feel it. Yeah. So yeah, Pat. Fucking shit, Pat. Weston McKennie, right? Weston McKennie, right? He should have had 2 goals last game, right? This game. I mean, the first goal was ultimately his fault, right? The run from the first goal today. It started off a turnover that he caused, right? Couldn't get the ball together, right? Other than that, I mean, you really can't hate the things that Weston McKennie does, because the things that Weston McKennie does, it's the necessary things for us, right? The physical move, right? Great on ball, enforcer, very technical in the midfield, right? He does a lot. He does a lot of things right. It's very hard to fault him. Tanner Tessman, right? Tanner, he played a decent game, right? He started the last game. He was decent to start, right? This game, again, pretty solid, right? I mean, ultimately, Tyler Adams is going to come back, and he's probably going to reclaim a starting spot. But man, Tessman. It's gonna be rough deciding who starts on the midfield. It's good. That's all I gotta say. It's gonna be rough deciding who starts in that midfield, right? Tessman. Fuck. Tessman didn't exactly he didn't ruin his case. However, I mean, he didn't really prove himself this camp. Aiden Morris, I mean, it was a decent game. The first goal ultimately was partially his fault as well, because he wasn't back. You're supposed to be one of our defensive midfielders today. You weren't back. Ultimately, Trusty, Richards, Jedi, even Berhalter was back, but you weren't. Yeah. But other than that, he played pretty solid, right? I wouldn't mind him making a bench roll, right? But he played pretty solid today, other than not being back for the goal. Christian Roldan, get him the fuck away from my team. If there's one person that needs to get flipped this coming camp for Tyler Adams, Christian Roldan, get his shit the fuck out of the fucking roster, please, and thank you. Next, Sebastian Berhalter. Sebastian Berhalter, yikes. Awkward moment right here. Awkward moment right here, because he was horrendous. The last game. This game. Put my hands up real quick. Are we good? Okay. Oh no, we're straight. Actually, we're straight. He was horrendous last game, right? He picked it up a lot. Better this game, but yeah, just tough result. It's a tough result, right? He wasn't that bad today. I really can't fault him. He wasn't that bad today, right? Brendan Aronson, right? Same thing for Reyna. Going over the people on the bench, right? I'm not going to go over the goalkeepers because, I mean, besides Freese and Turner, Brady and Schultz didn't really play. Tim Ream, right? Tim Ream started last game. He was all right. Last game. Didn't really get any tick this game, but yeah, he was all right last game. We'll see what's up, right? Ricardo Pepi, dog. I won't understand bringing 3 strikers. We brought 3 strikers and did not start a single one of them today. We didn't start a single, bro. My hair, oh my, I'm not ever doing that again. My forehead looked big as fuck right there. Hell no, I'm not doing that again. Hell no, I'm not doing that. Damn, my forehead looked big as hell. I will understand bringing 3 strikers and not starting any one of them, right? And in my opinion, if I'm starting one, it goes Balogun, Pepe, and Pat. The first striker to come off the bench today, Pat. Wonderful decision making, wonderful top tier decision making from Coach Poch, right? Poch, yeah, Poch is he gotta be an informant. He gotta be an informant. That's the only way to explain today. Only way to explain today. Only way to explain this past weekend. He got to be an informant. That's it. That's literally the only explanation that is acceptable is that he's an informant. That's it. This is embarrassing, man. This is embarrassing. The most talented team that we will ever field. The most talented team we will ever field. By the way, all these guys, I just named all these guys that just had a shit performance, right? The majority of them had a shit performance. A lot of them uninspired, right? When they get to their fucking clubs, when they go and get to their fucking clubs later this week, all of a sudden they're in form. All of a sudden they're back in form, right? All of a sudden they're just all back in form, right? But there's no way. We're stuck with him to the World Cup. We're stuck with him for the World Cup, but there's no way he should be coaching this American team past the World Cup. This is ultimately like the universe like haunting us. It's haunting us for that 2023, right? When we're on the cusp of firing Berhalter, right? We're on the cusp of firing Berhalter. And then we had Jesse Marsch, right? Jesse Marsch, he's coming off of a beautiful job he did with Leeds. Perfect opportunity to sign a coach, right? No, let's just keep Berhalter, right? Let's just keep Berhalter for another year, even though we were already going to fucking fire him. That's why Canada's player group is shit. It's a shit group that Canada has. It's a very bad group that Canada has to run with. But you know why they're good? Because they have a world-class coach. I thought Pochettino was world-class. I thought he was too. I was one of them that fell for the trap, right? I thought he was world-class. I mean, shit. At the end of the day, it's the end of the day. Yeah. I mean, we'll end it with this, right? We'll end it with this, man. How Felix himself, right? He said it himself yesterday, right? We look uninspired. That football is not a desire in our nation, right? It's not a desire in our nation, right? You know what he does? He fucking nets us. He fucking nets us one. He nets us one. A fucking off the fucking crossbar, nets it in our fucking mouth. 2-0. I'm very interested to see what the response is. We have Germany. right before the World Cup. We have Germany right before the World Cup. Man, am I fucking terrified. If I was terrified for the Portugal game, Germany coming up, oh fuck. Oh fuck. That's it. That's it for today. That's it for today. I'll see y'all tomorrow, right? I'll see y'all tomorrow with the regularly scheduled news program, right? I'll talk about the U.S. men's national team later on the week, right? Not tomorrow, right? I need a fucking break. I need a break from talking about this catastrophe of a international break that we had. Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the chats. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. And yeah. Fuck!